Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Zaina. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. And let's take a look at, this is your independent writing practice test 9. This is a really tough question. Just pray when you take the TOEFL test you never see it, but the compare and contrast type question is possible, but most of the time you have more of an argumentative one. Now it says the question here is, compare the different kinds of transportation you could use to travel 40 miles, tell which method of travel you would choose, give reasons for your choice. Okay, so your thesis, you say there are many ways one could use to travel 40 miles. The car, the bus, the train, the underground. I prefer the underground, which is a subway as the American people call it. First of all, it's cheaper and safer than the bus or car. Second, I like to see different people. Third, it is much faster. And last but not least, it is healthier than using my own car. Now, the only problem here, Zaina, is the question here is not which method of transportation would you use, but to compare the different kinds you could use and then tell which method. So I think what you have to do, what you didn't do, is in your paragraph 2, you actually should discuss the car and just explain why some use the car. In paragraph 3, discuss the bus and explain why some use the bus. And then in the third paragraph, discuss why some people use the train. But I mean, let's face it, it's going to be tough for you to do all this. And then finally get to the underground and then discuss why the underground is better based on your thesis. So you actually need to compare the different kinds of transportation first before you indicate which you would choose. Compare means, when you use the word compare, it implies to talk about the similarities and the differences. This is a really tough one. Or if you want to do this to make it maybe more manageable, is you could compare the car, bus, train, and the subway in terms of price, just convenience. Compare them all to that one idea. So when you get to the car, talk about the cost of driving the car, and then the cost of riding the bus, the cost of the train, and then the cost of the subway, or the health of all those things. So you might want to try this. You might want to look up on the internet before you fight too much with this compare and contrast essays. Go to Google and type in the keywords, how to write a compare and contrast essay, which I don't think you've really done. What you've done is you've created an argument based on the second part of the question, but you really haven't answered the first part of the question. So if you don't answer both parts of the question, you're definitely not going to get the score you want. So I think that you bombed this particular writing practice test, which means you're not going to score very well, probably between 2.5 and 3.0 out of 5. So you're probably looking here, I don't know, maybe 15 or 16 points out of 30. So again, research it out. Go to Google and check out how to write a compare and contrast essay. Now, you also see an example here. I put a model essay on this same web page. You might want to take a look at that and see how that particular writer has organized the response based on the question. And then if you want to try it again, go right ahead, because I think it's worth understanding how to organize this type of question, because it's possible you might be asked this kind of writing prompt. Probably not likely, but it's possible. But more importantly, this is a type of organization that we do use in university. You know, when you're doing a research paper or something, you might compare ideas and things. But anyway, again, so you're probably looking at around 2.5 to 3.0 out of 5 on the TOEFL IBT, according to how the IBT human raters would score this paper.